Coach Saban, we're out here at your lake house on the last day of vacation. Timmy and I are a little confused why you invited us out here, but we appreciate it.
Well, I think you invited yourself.
We did. That's accurate.
Coach, I have been to Thailand, the Philippines, and remote countries and villages, places where they have never seen visitors before in their life. And I feel like this might be the most remote place I've ever been in my life.
Well, you know, that's one of the reasons we like it. You know, the people here are great. We kind of get away from the everyday sort of external factors that always affect you when you're coaching.
Coach, obviously you come here to get away from the game, spend time with your family. What are your favorite memories here with your family?
Well, I think it's the kids growing up. One thing about it is, you know, when you move around a lot, you're in the coaching profession, family memories are really important to your children. And the one thing they always say is, never sell the lake house. Never sell the lake house. And if there's anything I like to tell everybody out there that, you know, we're also worried about getting ahead and how many games we're going to win and all that, but when you get my age and at this station, you know, you look back and you say, I wish we would have spent a little bit more time doing that. And why didn't we film that? Because now, you know, how can we capture that? Because you can't relive it.
So do you think this means more to you now than it ever has before?
I think absolutely, because I just think that as you get older, you know, you realize some things are more important than, you know, when you're coming up and you're trying to make it and you didn't value the memories as much as you do now. And I think for everybody out there, you gotta enjoy the moment.
How far away from football will you let yourself go?
Well, you know, I feel like I'm away from football when I'm here. What I've learned to do is I don't really get away from it completely, like it doesn't exist. I just know that maybe for a couple hours I can go back to it, but the rest of the time my mind's completely clear of it. And the level of relaxation is so healthy for me. And I think if I didn't do this, I don't know if I could have coached as long as I have. And hopefully I'll be able to coach a lot longer because of it.
When in your career do you feel like you learned how to compartmentalize everything and put football in its place and then put family and the rest of your life in its place?
You know, the last couple of years I was at Michigan State, I sort of had a philosophical change in approach. You know, I was all about winning, and there was pressure on me. I felt like I had to win. I felt like I had to prove myself all the time. And sometimes I think I affected the team and made them feel that way. Where when I went to LSU, I just adopted the philosophy that, hey, we're going to play one play at a time, like it has a history of a life of its own. We're going to try to dominate the competition. It was more fun for me, it was more fun for the players, and we got a lot better results.
All right, we're standing lakeside at your beautiful home, right beside your beautiful boat. I think you need to play captain and set sail here.
Well, let's go. I'm ready to take you guys out and show you around the lake a little bit.
What is the greatest threat to excellence?
Complacency, you know, being satisfied with where you are. You know, complacency creates a blatant disregard for doing what's right. You can't do what you feel like doing. You got to choose to do the things that are going to help you accomplish the goals that you have. And when you get complacent, you lose respect for winning.
You've kind of had the mentality, so what, what's next? How do you balance that with also cherishing everything that you've been blessed to win, 4 out of 7 national championships?
I don't think about what was accomplished in the past. I really spend all my time thinking about the next challenge.
I noticed that last year when you invited us on the plane after you won the championship. Take a little 90-minute nap, wake up, laptop's open. You're watching the game from 5 hours ago. What within you developed that drive?
When I was a kid growing up, you know, my dad was a perfectionist. He had high expectations for not just how we played football or baseball, or he had high expectations for how we treated other people, what kind of compassion we had for other people, how we helped other people. You know, when I washed a car and it had streaks in the side, I said, wash it again. So kind of grew up learning that if you didn't do it right, there were going to be consequences that you had to deal with. And it was much easier trying to do it the right way the first time.
I love to see your appreciation for your dad and his influence. How important is it to you to be a compass for these young men that you bring into your program as a man, much less a football player?
Look, my #1 goal for the players in our program is that they can be more successful in life because they were involved in the program. And when they commit, I tell them, I don't really want you to commit to Alabama. I want you to commit to all the things we're going to do to help you be successful.
So we're on this stunning lake today. Tomorrow you go back to work. What are you expecting when you get back to Tuscaloosa and start digging in on camp?
Well, you know, we have a high standard for what we want to do with our players. You know, leadership comes from the power of one. You affect one person by the example that you set, being somebody somebody can emulate, caring about somebody, and then tomorrow you affect 2 more guys and 3 more guys, and then next thing you know, everybody's kind of affecting everybody in a positive way.
How much harder is it to get to the top of the mountain versus to stay at the top of the mountain?
It's a whole different set of challenges in terms of getting people to continue to buy in to doing the things they need to do to accomplish the goal that they have and not be satisfied with the goal that they just accomplished. So you got to kind of recalibrate everybody's thinking.
Coach, thanks so much for having us. What a memorable day. We appreciate your hospitality. Thanks, man.
Well, hey, you guys invited yourself to my house.
We did.
But now is the time for you guys to enjoy Lake Burton.
Go.
Let's go. Let's jump off the boat. Ah!